time, on air once a week. The headline that spun us all around in our chairs during the break at Fox News Crawler said that the White House is redoubling, my paraphrase, its efforts to bring in and place more and more Syrian refugees.
Speeding up the process,
notwithstanding the events of last weekend and what happened in San Germany and all this. He is utterly unconcerned with who and what these people are.
It was interesting because the liberal that they have on outnumbered right now, Julie Rudzinski, I think her name is, said this guy was an American. He was American, and Pete Hegseth, the guy on this panel, said, yeah, he's a second generation. His parents came from Afghanistan. And Andy McCarthy's talked about this with us.
My dad was
talked about this. The problem is they're not assimilating.
No.
It's what's happened up in Minnesota with the Somalis. And this guy and this family did not assimilate. These enclaves, we've seen it all over Europe, the problems they're having there. They're not assimilating to the Western culture. And all that does is they're breeding the hatred in these enclaves, in these families that come here. And so it is a result of immigration to some extent.
Absolutely. Yep, without question.
How did his dad even get to come into this country? He had run for office in Taliban-controlled Afghanistan.
That is a great question.
He came over in the 80s. When he came in the influx. I was watching last night, and there were about 25,000 that came from Afghanistan. This is off of the Russian occupation, the Soviet occupation, I should say, of Afghanistan. And these were former Mujahideen, which turned out to be a lot of the guys turned out to be Al-Qaeda later on. So whether he was part of a refugee process of this, we're not sure. Catherine Herridge was reporting on this from Fox News last night. Those records are sealed. Those are privacy issues in terms of things that came over here. So the problem is, again, though, not assimilating.
And the CIA dude, who were you just telling me?
John Brennan, the CIA director,
is literally just now saying, hey, guess what? Some of these bad terrorist people are going to use the Syrian migration or Syrian refugee migration process as a way to get here. That's the guy that Obama put in place to tell him, hey, here's where the cracks are, and he's totally ignoring him.
This isn't the first time they've told us this, though. They told us this months ago.
Don't you think that in light of like the speech that
his former FBI director, he said this. He said, not only are we not doing it, we can't.
But
these people don't have a driver's license. They don't have a birth certificate.
Oh, San Francisco, they will. Or in California.
I mean, coming into this country, they have no form of identification which is verifiable to know anything about it.
Why can't they go to the UAE? Why can't they stay in the Middle East? There's plenty of countries over there.
They have plenty of terrorists over there.
They're doing a lot better.
That's
because
how
they want
refugee statuses were. They kept them in the general area in the past when there were refugee crises. You would keep them in the region and have no-fly zones and protect them that way. But, you know, they're overrunning Jordan with these folks now for a couple of years. I mean, Jordan is...
I guarantee you Saudi Arabia has plenty of room.
Turkey is a war.
Yeah, they kind of do. I mean, they've got air-conditioned tents. Yeah, they're empty.
You know, I thought if your heart was really in the right place, but your brain was working too, and you were the president or the administration, you'd say, I got a great idea. Then I'll come in here.
Yeah,
the climate's wrong, blah, 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 blah. Here's money. Here's $100 million. I don't care. And we're going to see to its allocation. You, the Saudis, next door.
Yeah.
You take it.
Exactly. But he won't do that, you guys, because look at the speech. The speech that he gave this week was all about, you know, I'm fighting back towards Donald Trump. He doesn't care about Americans. And I think that a lot of what he's doing right now, the whole doubling down, is up yours, Donald Trump. I mean, that's what he's doing. He doesn't care about America. If we haven't learned that in 7 years, we haven't learned anything.
What we may get is the most wonderful, almost comedic irony in modern politics. Hillary Clinton is as unable to help herself as Barack Obama is on the subject of gun control. The story this morning that we picked up from Media Research Center. AR-15s are flying off the shelves. One gun store sold 5 ARs an hour. until he ran himself out of the stock of them
I believe it.
for $500 a piece. Now they're soon going to be $3,000 because you know how supply and demand works. And there's also the tricked out fancy ones that you can spend a lot of money on. But your basic AR-15 semi-automatic with a 20-round magazine in it, they're about $500 right now. Every time she opens her mouth, and every time Obama says we got to get rid of the guns, and every time the knuckleheads in the Senate talk about that, we race off and get more gun permits, we buy more guns.
Yeah, but liberals think that if they pass gun control legislation and they say we're gonna have some sort of a bill that says no more guns, that all the guns in the United States are just gonna poof, they're just gonna vanish.
Yeah.
They're just gonna go away.
There are 303 million firearms in
Yes.
private possession.
But they're gonna disappear, Mr. Garrison. If they pass legislation, they're just gonna disappear.
If they were the problem, there would be hundreds of thousands of us dying every day
Every-
from them.
Every
Well,
day.
that's the Marcus Barlow meme from Facebook the other day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We have 200 million firearms in private possession in the United States. We own X number of billion rounds of ammunition.
Yeah.
If we were the problem, by now you'd know
You
it.
would totally know it.
I mean, this is so logical.
I wanted to get your opinion. You guys saw the Anderson Cooper Pam Bondi interview and how he kind of went after her for
She's the
being
AG of Florida.
AG of Florida, and she argued against gay marriage, and therefore she's not permitted to basically comment on Orlando. And Tim Graham from the Media Research Center wrote a piece on this because Cooper kind of walked it back the next day.
Better keep your toes out of the way.
I was surprised.
Yeah.
He can be a bit of a mean girl, so to speak. Anderson can. But this is what Tim Graham said. He said, there's an irony in sympathizing with gay people when they've just been shot dead. Apparently Cooper thinks the unironic homophobes should express delight. The most dishonest thing Cooper said above is everyone has a right to their opinion and good people can disagree, which he clearly does not believe. Otherwise, he wouldn't be protesting that Bondi never tweeted out support for Gay Pride Month. Apparently, everyone must tweet their support for Gay Pride Month or they shouldn't express regrets after a mass shooting.
Wow, unbelievable. That's really disappointing.
It's like Tony said, there's America and then there's progressive America. And a lot of these minority groups, a lot of these groups are headed up by progressives and it's about their agenda. It's not about the people.
The bottom line is this to me, anyways, this wasn't about, shooting of gay people. It was the massacre of Americans. Period.
Nobody can get beyond that. Ladies, we'll slice the heaven as always. God bless Indiana. God bless America. We'll see you tomorrow.
I'd like to put all that in the shed. We don't have paint supplies.
Sunday morning, we woke up to the news.
50 casualties, the most deadly
mass shooting in American history.
Now, is it another wake-up call?
connection to ISIS. This is a radical Islamic terrorism.
We're at war, folks. There are radicals in every religion. They're trying to kill us all.
For the voices in Orlando.
What is happening to our country?
To the voices on the campus.
Fortune Circle East Drive.
On the go.
Cut over here on
WIBC at WIBC.com.
Fortune Circle South.
One of the famous and successful investors.
Over to Fortune Circle West.
Rule number one for investing, never lose money. Huh? Well, investing in the stock market's all right for a while, in your 20s or 30s, but if you're getting close to retirement, nobody hears my voice to afford to lose some of what they've been working to save all this time, not mistake the game. But what if you can make money when the market goes up, but not move a dime when it goes down? You can do this with your IRA, your 401k, your pension, or even your savings. That's right, it's available to you to do that. Learn how to do that with things like Our Retirement Guy, and that's Bill Denver. He helped us with our retirement. With my
Here I am, AT&T.
You don't want to lose money? We'll never do it. Don't do it again. Call Bill today. Number is 80.
Can't tell where I'm at.